going across the top bank, JOOF, and JAOP, and so on. So this is just to give you an idea of how you can split the two sides, okay? So let's go now to my attorney 2. Let's do the byline for your second attorney. Your steno, and let me just do the ad with you so that it may make a little more sense for you. Your steno will be J. If you're going to use the Jew, J-A-O, or screw, S-K-R-A-O, same thing. So I'm going to do J-A-O / S-G-L, and so this is going to give me my Jew Q. Now, the English for the byline for this person. Now, don't forget, this is my defense attorney, and you may be starting out with attorney 4 or so on. So, we're going to again start out with a new line symbol, the word by in all caps, leave a space, put the @ symbol, and now your identifier, ATTY, 4, perhaps, or attorney 2, whatever you need to do here, colon. We now need to tell the system come down to a new line, and we're going to say go in 1 tab, and we're going to do bracket Q period bracket. And if you don't use periods after your Q's and A's, don't put one in here. This is representing how you define your Q's and A's. And now we're going to say tab in one more time and upcap the next word. So what you have here is new line. So when you do Jew Q, it's going to say come down onto a new line, put the word by, use the identifier, colon, new line, tab 1, give me a Q period, tab again, and upcap my next word. So now you have the byline for your second attorney or the first attorney on the other side. However, this makes sense to you to put these in order. And again, if you're getting a conflict resolution screen, if you hit add, you're going to make a conflict. Do not do that for super tokens. I'm going to cancel again, and it doesn't like that. And let me close the screen. Okay, so we've got our byline here now. Now we need the colloquy for this person. So I'm going to go up here, and you're going to go to add while I'm in modify. Now, my steno is going to be JAO. And again, if you do not have an alternate paragraph style, your define will be period, if you're going to use punctuation, less than, symbol for a new line. Then you need to use the greater than for however many tabs you come in for your colloquy. Typically, it's going to be 2 or 3. So put in however many tabs you need, the @ symbol, and your ATTY4, whatever you used for your byline for this person, colon, upcap. Those of you who have the alternate paragraph style, yours will be period, open square bracket, P colon, the word colloquy, close the bracket, new line, at ATTY2 or 4 or whatever you're doing, colon, upcap. And now you should have created 2 bylines for your attorneys and 2 colloquy entries. You can make as many of these as you wish. Obviously, the other thing you want to do is when you have an untranslate, you've misstroked your snoo Q, Jew Q, snoo or Jew, whatever it is, you want to global those misstrokes and define them with the same exact define as your attorney 1 or your by attorney 1 and so on, because your goal is to get all your misstrokes defined with the same English, so that no matter how you hit these keys, just like you do with your Q&A, most everyone I know has globaled every single possible way that they could write the Q and the A symbol. You want to do the same with this. Eventually, you'll have them all in, and you will never, ever, ever again have to define any of this. All right, this is part 1 to this little scenario. Now, the second part of this is, I want you to come up here and I want you to scroll down, and you should see and let me go up here, and I'm going to go down to tokens. Now, you should have a dictionary called tokens. If you do not, for any reason, go to build job and name the job dictionary tokens in all caps. If you do have it, let's open it. Now, let's see here. What do I need to do? I'm going to exit out of my dictionary for one moment, and I'm going to go back in here. And you may need to do the same. And I'm going to select tokens again, and I'm going to open it again. Okay. Now, if you have at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on here in your list, I need you to delete them, and so that all that you have left will be what we're about to put in. Okay? You can, if you want to, use an identifier as 001, 002, 003. If you do that in your personal dictionary entries, then you can use these right here. But for my purposes, I prefer to see it just a short list, and so I have cleaned out a lot of these things. What I want to do here, and because I'm going to assume that you also have these, what I want you to do is, if you will just highlight them and hold your control button down and continue to highlight all these at 0, 0, whatever numbers, okay? I want you to highlight them all. When you're finished doing that, then you can go up to the word tags, if you remember this when we covered the dictionary area, and you can say delete tagged entries, say OK to that, and they're gone. Okay? So I want you to do that and clean them all out. Now, first things first. You should have a completely blank screen here when you're done deleting all this business. What I want you now to do, you're in your tokens dictionary, I want you to click on the add button. And what I need you to do for the steno, you are going to use what you used as your identifier in your personal dictionary when we were setting up our bylines and our colloquy. So I'm going to use the at symbol, ATTY1, and in the English you can type in one of your attorneys. Okay? And then click Add. Now, I already have this done, so I'm going to close it because right here is my entry. It's Add Attorney 1, and I've got Mrs. Logan here. Okay? Have to make myself and my mother famous. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to hit your Add button again, and this time you're going to put in at ATTY2 or whatever you used as the identifier for your second attorney. And again down here, please type in an attorney name the way you would want it to appear in real time. And right here is my finished one. Okay, Add Attorney 2, Ms. Adams. All right? Now, let me explain how this works. First of all, we set in our personal dictionary, if you recall, and let me search it for you. The first thing we did was we set up in our personal dictionary our colloquy for the attorney 1, colloquy for attorney 2, and the byline for attorney 1 and attorney 2. We use the @ symbol before our identifier. The purpose of this @ symbol is to say to the system, when you see SNU Q, that's the reporter's attorney 1. What I need you to do, program, is attach attorney 1, which is right here, attorney 1, to Miss Logan. Miss Logan is always going to be attorney 1 for this file. So when I do SNU Q, I'm going to get right now by Mrs. Logan : Q. If I just stroke SNU, the system says, oh, that's her colloquy for attorney 1, so put Mrs. Logan in colloquy. And that is all there is to setting up super tokens. Now, the most important part I'm going to cover in the next segment, which is how you're going to use super tokens during real time so that you never again have to define any of your bylines, your colloquy. You will never have to do a search and replace ever again if you take a little time to build up your personal dictionary entries and your tokens. Remember this. Remember this. For every 2 entries in your personal dictionary, and by that I mean for every byline and colloquy entry that you put in your personal dictionary, you only need 1 entry in your tokens dictionary. And that 1 entry is going to be your identifier. And that's it. For every 2 in your personal dictionary, 1 entry in the tokens. And remember, the best part of this is you never, ever, never, ever, ever have to select your tokens dictionary before doing real time, because whatever you have here is what you will get automatically in real time. So in the next segment, I'm going to show you how to use these so you do not forget to go in and change the names. I'll be back shortly.